Hey, welcome back to another video here on the Land of the Dev channel. Today we're going to be addressing what's been going down in the server. So, if you haven't actually looked at any of the announcements, um, we had to let go of Salad. Salad's gone. Uh, he was banned. If you really want to know I'm gonna put some detail into it, but I'm not gonna go too into detail about it because, you know, stuff happens, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But I guess he he's been doing stuff for a long time. So they've been building up reasons to get rid of him. But I guess what he did a couple days ago was the last straw, so they finally decided to get rid of him. But then something that doesn't exactly help his case in this is that after they banned him, they they started or he started to threaten them. I guess he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna nuke your server." Uh, 50 nukes or so is what he said. But it just means that he's probably gonna try to sabotage the server. That's what I would assume it is. He's also been known to place scripts inside of our games, like Omega Sandbox Reactor, for example, that loop bans somebody. Uh, they were mostly used on me, but if he hides those, we will find them and we will take those out. I don't think he has access to any of the games anymore. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure there's no access. He's gone. And I was talking to him about it. And I guess both sides have an argument. So I can't exactly side with somebody here. I mean, I understand Omega's side where Salad's been doing stuff for a long time because most of it was directed towards me. But then I kind of understand Salad's side, like, don't betray him. I guess I don't. He didn't give too many reasons as to why he thought they betrayed him, so I guess I can't exactly understand what he meant, which is alright. I mean, Salad, if you watch this, you want to talk, go ahead and DM me. I'm free to do so, so don't worry too much about it. Uh, but yeah, and I guess we're trying to do some stuff, or they're trying to do some stuff about it, and I won't disclose what they're trying to do. It's uh there's something that's going to be going on to fix this from happening again. Uh, Along with this, we had to let go of a couple of our developers because they weren't actually doing anything, which that I completely agree with. Like, if you're gonna get hired, you gotta do something. Like, if you're not doing anything, then what's the point of even working? What's the point of even being employed if you're not gonna do anything? You're just gonna sit there and not try. I mean, cool, I guess, but it doesn't usually work out as well as people want it to. Now, there's been a lot of things going on, and like with all the updates, the big updates that are coming to these games, we kind of honestly want people to help, but we don't want people that are gonna barely do anything. I guess we're gonna start upping the quality of the games. Like any new game might start having significantly more quality than, say, Omega Sandbox Reactor here has, because this game was, when I started working on it, it was low quality, so I had to kind of keep it within that low quality, right? It has to be consistent. You don't want one thing looking super cool and then the other ones looking terrible or something, because then it diverts the attention away from the rest of the game. So if you make everything equal in the level of skill, I mean, these are still pretty good. I wouldn't say they're terrible. I mean, it's a nice game. then people go to a lot of the areas. Then it focuses more on what room has more gameplay, and that's the room they'll probably stay in. Um, anyways, aside from needing help with these games, we're trying hard because it's really just me and Omega working on these games anymore. He's working on the new Deep Space Reactor Core stuff. I don't exactly know what he plans on adding. I guess he's talked about it, and he said it's going to be pretty cool, so I'll trust him on that. And you guys will have to trust him too. I mean, you guys are the ones playing the game. You kind of have to trust him. And then for this game, I've been working on the basement. The basement's not even close to being done because, I've had to work. I've had to do other stuff. But, like, I'll keep working on it until it's done. I did release a partial kind of update. It wasn't really that cool. I really just added that, reworked the temperature room, giving it like a view of this room. And I can actually show you what it's looking like. The basement floor kind of exists. The leaderboards room exists. Like, the stuff does exist. And things like that are cool to add. Because you never know when someone's gonna like an update that you make. They might hate it. They might love it. It's all on chance, I would say. But yeah, we're gonna start really upping the quality on these games, I hope. And then people start playing it again. This is what the core temperature room looks like now. I mean, it's still the same button, the same everything, except I added this because the view's not terrible. I mean, look at that. And then I added this because I have no clue why I added this. I was working on it, but I accidentally left it in. I forgot to remove this when I was working on stuff. This is supposed to be a limited item that if you get a certain badge for the celebration event, then you get to keep this forever and get to flex it. Not that it's super cool or anything, but it's just something to appreciate how the game's been going. And honestly, I might change the model. I'm gonna work on it, and then it's gonna look cooler. The particles are a bit much. There doesn't need to be that many. Probably in lower increments, I'd say. But the basement, the progress is kind of slow. I mean, it's hard to do anything because we've added so many of these rooms to the first floor and the second floor that I don't even know what to add. There's not much to add. Like, realistically, we've been working on this game for a little over a year, and the rooms have been pretty crazy. So yeah, this is gonna be the entrance to the basement. I know the entryway, the stairs to it are low quality, and you're gonna have to deal with that because the quality is gonna be in the basement. So if I no clip, you'll see Sector A exists, and I'm actively working on stuff. Yes, this is actually the first sneak peek of this area. But yeah, it's gonna be like a big room. I need to furnish it. There's gonna be like offices. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff. This is called Sector B because, just duplicating the signs. There will be a Sector B at some point, and it has to get popular enough for that because that's just a huge area. Because look at all this area we have over here to use. We can use all that for Sector B, and the point of that is to add even more gameplay to a game that has gameplay already. There's gonna be probably 4 rooms in Sector A. I don't know yet. There might be more depending on what I'm thinking. I just can't figure out anything. Like, I was wanting to add a room where there's like a podium and a stage, and everyone gathers around it when there's announcements, and I could start, filming there. Which I think I'm probably gonna end up doing because it just sounds fun. But yeah, really it's really cool what we got going on here, and I hope that it gets more popular over time. And if even if it doesn't, it's gotten to 500,000 visits, so why not hope? Uh, and that's the cool stuff. Back to the kind of unfortunate stuff. Um, yeah, we don't have our developers anymore. We got rid of almost all of them, I think. Uh, Along with that, getting the roles are a lot harder to get. So moving up is much harder than it was. Uh, what else? The Discord server. It's gonna be getting a remake soon. Now I know you're wondering how they're gonna get a remake. I don't know exactly yet what we plan on doing with it. I was talking to him about making a new one that's more polished, has good features instead of just a cluttered server that we got now, because there's so much stuff and it's kind of annoying. But what we can do is we can make a new one that's more polished, more clean, and then have a lot more roles. Hopefully get popular enough to where it gets server boosts, and then we can start like doing a lot of cool things, and it becomes a genuine community. That of which right now it is not. Right now it is not that big of a community. We have about 100, maybe about 200 people in the server, but those numbers won't go up. In fact, they'll just go down with how the server's been and all the drama that's been going on in it. I do hope that that kind of stops. It should now because, Salad's not here. Now, Salad, I do wish you the best, right? Because why not? I'm not going to say, no, you should just fail. You know what I mean? It, it really, I'm not like that. Like, I hope you can find a project that you like working on. Because you said your passion for Roblox Studio went away, which I can understand that. I mean, it's a lot harder to do now because with all the new games coming out that steal the popularity, you could try to make a game like that, but then they accuse you of copying. But if you make a different game, it won't blow up. It really just depends. It's all luck based, I'd say. And then if they get popular right off the bat, then you just add updates. You have to listen to the community. It doesn't become a game that you want to work on anymore. It's a game that the community wants you to work on. So, say I made a game where you jump from block to block and you get points for that and you do stuff and it blows up within like a day, gets 100,000 in a day, 100,000 visits, right? Then I'm going to be like, whoa, people like this game. And I'm going to have to listen to suggestions because I don't want to ruin the game for them. And at that point, I don't really get to add what I want. I have to listen to what they want. And then I have to add that stuff. Otherwise, the game dies. Which is where this is kind of coming from. Like with this game, the reason we haven't gotten very many visits, any extra visits on Omega Sandbox Reactor or Deep Space Reactor Core is because we don't really look at the feedback that people want us to look at, and then it causes us to lose players or in fact just not gain any. The games are still doing good, so don't worry about that. Nothing's getting deleted, not yet. uh Everything's gonna be fine. You should have faith in what we're working on because big things are coming. You just gotta be patient for it. and I promise I'll start looking at some of the suggestions, but they have to be reasonable, because like people have said like add escape pods. I can't really add that unless I know where to add that, which maybe the basement will have an area where you can go through that, but I don't think it'd actually be cool because it's just escape pods. They don't do anything. Obviously, there's going to be more secrets to the game. There's already 2, and if you didn't know, and I hope people did know, like you'll be up here. There's 2 secrets up here. One in these rooms, if you look. So right here is a secret that leads you to this, which allows you to play this music. And it's a cool thing. Now, don't ask me why I added it. I have no clue why I added it, but I thought it was funny. And maybe we'll get dorm customization soon. It's all depends. Say we hit 2 million visits, then the game's just gonna get like scrapped, and then we're gonna restart it from the ground up. But it's gonna be in really good quality. That's what we want to do if the game actually blows up successfully. And then, you know, there's this. So as you can see, in these test tubes or in these chambers, there's stuff. And this is part of the code that gets you into this room. I don't remember what it is. It's 1957, and you get into this. And it will kick you if you touch it, but it will also give you a badge. And this room's going to get reworked as well, because it can't just be a basic room. So yeah, go hunt for those. Like over here, there's a code. Like it's really, they're just hidden around the map. So if you can find them, good for you. I hope that people find them, because actually people have been finding those without too much of an issue. So I'm glad that they aren't too hard to find and that people actually looked for them. And also, extra content, you know how it says you have to be in the group? I think what we're going to start doing is the stuff that's in there currently is going to get moved out to this control room instead of having to be in the group. But then we're going to add other stuff that you have to be in the group to access. That way it's alternating. So like, we'll add it as a playtest feature, but you have to join the group to be able to use. And then eventually it'll get released to the normal game, which I think could be a pretty cool thing. Now, I know that there's also some paying that you have to do. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like it either. But, I was not the one who added these. If you want these to go away, you're going to have to talk to Omega about that. It's a way to get revenue, I guess. So, I mean, at least it's not super pay to win, like you have to pay to get into a room. Because I'm not going to add that. I will never add that. Because that just takes away from the gameplay. Well, I've been rambling on for a little bit, so maybe I should call it good. This room probably gonna get reworked. I don't know yet. I was planning on reworking a ton of these rooms, but like I said, the updates are gonna be procedurals, so something's gonna come out and then something else is gonna come out. It's not all gonna come out at once because it takes away from the fun. And this doesn't really need a rework. Maybe furniture. The boardroom. The mess hall does need a rework. I understand that, Like, look how terrible this is. It's gonna get one. And now, I don't know if anyone's actually even cared or thought about it, but there's also the engine room, which has been locked off for a little bit, that is gonna get a rework, because this is what it originally looked like. I put effort into it to get it to look like this. But I want to make the engine room big. I want to make it something cool. And I have an idea on that. And then that'll add some quality to the game. Like this room, since it's kind of new, it could use a rework if I really want to, but I don't think it needs one. I mean, I've never seen people use it anyway. The lab, some people go into, but only for the hunting of the quests here. But yeah, so there's big things coming to this group, and all you have to really do is wait. Maybe eventually these cool things will happen. When I know anything else, I'll probably make another video about it, so don't worry about that. And make sure to like and subscribe for the latest news and sneak peeks and updates on this game. And I guess I could start doing it on the other games too. Like I play test it and show you what's in it or something like that. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one when I have something to talk about. And yeah, that's it.